Yeah. Stream keeps crashing, but I'm trying to troubleshoot this. Um, I hope it works now. I also keep getting thrown out of Genshin, I guess. I was hoping this wouldn't happen today. Mostly because the other day when I was streaming for 4 hours almost, nothing happened. But I guess you can't have everything. I just spent the last 20 minutes, I guess, troubleshooting. Because of this, I have decided now that I will instead spin the wheel again and start another one, and then do one route of each and finish up the others on my own later. Okay. So let's, I guess, pull up the wheel of dating game, I guess. Okay, who's our next candidate? I don't know if I can do this in an hour before I do Kaveh. Hey, Ningguang! Good thing we already have her out. Yay! Woo! Okay, let's remove her then. And then... yeah, like this. It looks better. Okay. Ningguang. One route. Let's go to the Jade Chamber. There. Sorry, I forgot to change the overlay. We're moving the rose to Ningguang, cause it's her date now. Woo! Okay. Are we going inside? Yes, we are. I'm gonna pull out Beidou for this though. Where is she? Beidou.
Come with me.
Don't cut me off. Let's hope we won't crash anymore. Oh, there's her girlies.
Huh?
Hello, Ningguang.
Ah, it looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
Oh, are you going to make me work?
I really managed to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
What's happened?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
So you thought of me?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
Uh-huh.
This is
a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a
If
try.
you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
Why can't you do it yourself?
None of this is hard work, but there's a lot to do and it's highly repetitive. Having a dedicated staff member deal with it exclusively means that everyone has clearly delineated duties and can focus on their own work. Simply put, this is about maximizing overall efficiency. All right, please proceed to the office. Baisha will go over the work with you in more detail.
So are we just
Yes,
your
Lady
servant
Ningguang.
now?
Okay, let's go.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Lower, okay. Why is the lighting green? That is not very pleasant. Sorry, Ningguang.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture. As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential.
Uh-huh.
My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Your eyes are really sparkling right now.
You misunderstand me.
Is this
I
the one
simply
that
trying
is
to
that
impress
has a
upon you the
huge
sheer
crush on her?
importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
Girl.
Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly
Are you
responsible for organizing her daily
triplets
schedule
or
and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and
I don't
that
know.
all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
It's just basic daily routine stuff. It'll be fine.
All in a day's work for the traveler, Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and...
133?
Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time.
I can barely manage my own life, Baisha.
If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up. Do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your plan
This is
A
why I'm not
essential
learning to be a
devise workable
secretary.
contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
I think I'm good.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
No need.
Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much
I'm
more
gonna
efficient.
fuck up her image. I'm
Wonderful.
sorry.
Then I'll
Ahead
be
of
counting
time.
on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I'll do
I'm
my
grateful
best.
for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bachelor.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Oof. Time to make serious effort. I don't want to fuck up her image, but I don't know. Okay, eat a workshop, change, get ready to go out, meet businesswoman Luo Tiao at Liuli Pavilion, eat lunch, meet 3 informants and exchange information, go to Yuhai Pavilion for a conference, light meal, negotiate any understanding matters from the conference, return to the Jade Chamber.
You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle. Excellent work. You've got quite a knack
You're
for this.
welcome. My brain is fried now,
Please
though.
be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope
No
so
wonder
too. You must be
that
exhausted. Make sure you get an early
Ganyu so works every day for hundreds of years. I don't. This is not my forte. 7 a.m. That's so early. We might as well just stay at the Jade Chamber, I guess. I say that as like as if I didn't get out of bed at 5 a.m. every day for art school, but okay. Wake up, Ningguang. Where you room at, girly? There. Okay.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Good.
I'll be
No.
out in a moment. I'm just changing.
Cool.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I was a little nervous.
There's nothing to worry about. We just need to go through the schedule you made and tick the items off one by one. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Hua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Is she a friend of yours?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
Dang. It's just lunch. What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for a lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Tens of millions?
Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
I would rather call it like extortion, but okay.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
So this is how rich people think.
You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
I mean, I will listen and learn,
There's
but
no
I
need to
don't
be
know how
nervous, of
relevant
course.
this is going to be for the
Now,
traveler.
Let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Breakfast before lunch. Do you all eat breakfast? I don't.
Did
I don't
you
have time for
organize
breakfast.
this entire breakfast?
I think maybe Baisha arranged it yesterday.
I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chambers chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking?
I ate so much more than I intended to.
Don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Do you usually eat breakfast with your
On
secretaries?
occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I don't know if my cooking is really to your taste.
Relax, I'm just joking. Bachelor probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and
Are we
I
even
very
getting
grateful
paid
to
for
you.
this?
Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Not bad at all.
Breakfast
I'm gonna
sets the
do
tone for the
Kaveh's
rest of
Hangout.
the
Don't
day.
be afraid
You
I
can't
won't do it.
compromise on it.
It will
If you wake up
be
to the same
at like
monotonous meal each day,
6:30,
you will
I
start
guess.
to feel fatigued even before you start working.
So after this one, I guess.
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Liali Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please?
You need a change of
I
clothes.
need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits. I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her. Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Are you actually going to change into your skin, maybe? Hello, Lang Yang. Lang Yang.
Hello,
Sorry.
how may I help?
It's Ningguang, though. It's Ningguang, Milo. It's Ningguang. We have to fetch change of clothes for
Yes,
Ningguang.
of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them. Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang.
That seemed to take you a while.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's
Oof.
personal items.
Rich
Not
people.
just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange.
Isn't
this
that
room
Baisha
recently.
that is
We're
insanely
currently
thirsty
right in the
for
middle of
her?
that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
I suppose this is a problem unique to rich people.
Anyway,
I thought it was
you can
Baisha
take
that is
now.
it.
Thanks
It
for
is
coming to
they're
pick
like
it
her
up.
personal secretary. She seemed very thirsty for her. Right here.
Did you get it?
Yes, here, close.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment. I believe you've seen this outfit before.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorites.
I like
I don't
it
think
too.
I asked you what you thought of it at the time, though.
It's stunning.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
You look great in anything.
Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now
I
don't
meant
know
it.
whether to take what you said earlier seriously. I never knew you had such a mischievous side. All right, let's head
You want
to
me to
Liali
get
Pavilion.
copyright strike, do you? Yes, it's Careless Whisper. Yuli Pavilion. Did she think that I was lying? I meant every single word I said. I don't lie. Lunch with Lady Ningguang and I forgot her name. I don't know how lucrative it is to have a restaurant with just one room. Hello, Luo Qiao. That was it. Luo Qiao. How do you pronounce that?
Luo QIL.
That's probably not it. Okay, whatever.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler,
You're getting
too.
more than you paid for. I mean, I would also eat with anyone for like a cheeseburger. The price of a cheeseburger. Like 20 euros at most. I thought she'd introduce me as her temporary
I've
secretary.
always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true then?
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
Girl, she's a lesbian.
Closer than average relationship. You haven't heard?
No.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Actually...
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but
Don't say it
see
like
anything
that.
unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him.
You're
on
not
a
making this
personal
any
level,
better,
too.
Ningguang.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle.
Yeah,
The first one being the
obviously.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache.
Yeah,
I've missed
sure.
out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental. I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh,
Like,
isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
which one?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is
Like
spreading like
cryptocurrency.
wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every more you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Hit the nail on the
You
head.
think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything.
We're just
Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest
talking about
this money
stocks
into
now.
an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with.
Yeah, sure.
Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
This is why so many people want to pay to spend time with Ningguang.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
A bit, but I'm not gonna say that.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Maybe I'll give it a shot in the
Ah.
future.
So you want to be my competitor? Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder.
Ningguang,
Or
I'm
how
literally
about this?
homeless.
I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon. Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next?
Although,
I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
they're very capable.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it.
They're
In that
probably
case,
burning down
what's
everything
next
right
on the
now.
schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
You could have said that before, so I could put it on your schedule, but you didn't, so now we don't have time for that. What are we picking up, though?
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Oh, something for a
Lady
fair.
Ningguang, one moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now.
Oh, Gumming
Please
is in the
handle it with
background.
care.
That is probably because of Lantern, right, actually. Something very valuable?
Yes, and no. You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
That is my
The
impression.
workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. the item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
Oh,
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
you were right about being a little ordinary.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother.
Aww.
My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
I thought useful intel would only be bought with more.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them.
Okay,
Thank you for the
now
repair,
I'm
Xingqi.
very
This is a
interested.
great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Let's go. I'm gonna come back to you two later. I just thought about something. We could end this stream today with going to the Pervasi's temple, because I forgot that I was supposed to meet Xiao there. I thought that it would be children.
Auntie Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
The informants are children?
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt
No.
to try.
Okay, so child
I
work
treated it
is a
as a
thing
little
in
game.
Genshin Impact. Thanks.
It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
Mm-hmm.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
I didn't know it would have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic change. Unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity. What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Aw.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep, I made sure to look at the water.
Ningguang, you're
just
so
like you said.
weird.
They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you
The
tell?
heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the water line. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Very clever.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ningguang's analysis found
Who
out.
did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I mean, they're
I
children,
don't
Ningguang.
remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
I see Ganyu and Shenhe in the
It's
background.
okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
Oh, the comb.
It's my comb. You remembered.
It's
Of
all like,
course I did.
it's like
If I make you a
sloppily
promise, I will always keep it.
repaired though.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
I guess like contact
just a
cement
small
is not a
favor,
thing
really.
in Genshin.
Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
Who said that?
They.
Uh-oh.
It looks like there's a story here.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
It looks like someone is trying to scam you.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the
That's
mission.
like
All
scummy.
right, then.
Being
Don't
like
worry,
this to a
it'll
child.
all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
I don't think we're gonna beat them up
Now,
in broad
now,
daylight.
This is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Dang. Oh! Xianyun and Kuching. These bitches. Big shoe.
Don't you think
More
the
like
kids
small
get
shoe.
different lines?
Got him.
Also, let's be honest. This is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants.
Is this Sayu?
Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like
It
Sayu.
sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence, and confused her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it.
And then it fell, I guess.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
And that's when you thought of Ningguang?
Oh yeah! As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
This supports your conclusion about the luminescent spine hype.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is zero.
Yeah,
Then you're
play
free to
stupid
find
games,
another
play
willing
stupid
buyer.
prizes.
But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with
I
me to
mean,
make a
you're
full
kind
and
of using
unreserved
them
apology.
too, but
This is an
I guess let's
opportunity
ignore
for you
that.
to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
let's go back to the children. Children, I beat up some grown-ups for you. No, I didn't.
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb.
Okay.
I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay. But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Nope. No waiting. Come on!
So full of energy.
We should go
Yes,
with them.
of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
What about your schedule, Ningguang? Ningguang, your schedule. I worked so hard on it. You're ruining my schedule, Ningguang.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen.
I mean, it's...
Am I right?
Yeah, I did say that. I mean, it's not as bad, but...
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
I'd be nervous
But
too.
gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves.
I don't know, Ningguang.
I think that this is beneficial to them.
Look, I guess you're like a teacher to them, but also you just...
Yes.
I don't know if,
Perhaps I am.
if you did it out of your pure heart.
I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your competitors?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old. And Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on. But not as a person, as more of a symbol.
I guess
If
you're
can
trying
pass
to
on
build a
everything
legacy.
I have learned, I can
Yeah.
create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
This started tedious, but it was a good one. So it's almost 30. So Freya should be coming around soon.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Maybe we should take a short break until then. I have been sitting here for a while. Yeah, let's take a short break for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna get a snack and then we will be back.
It's hard to
Oh, my
remain on
neck.
dry land for so long.
Okay,
Never quite seem to get my
see you soon.
day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Could never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Ah, cold beer after a hard day's...
Oh,
Oh?
we ready?
Yeah, hold on. I need to turn off my Discord avatar. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Are we ready?
Not really.
Not really. Just obviously you can probably guess this, but you can probably yeah, someone is going to appear in Kaveh's Hangout, and it's not Kaveh.
Well, that really depends on which route I do. So.
You're only doing one route?
Yeah, for time reasons.
No, I don't remember which one it is. Oh my god, you have to get the good one. There's my favorite one. Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
Okay, I have to adjust some things.
Alright.
Because now you're here.
Uh-huh.
I need to put you somewhere, I guess. Where? Hello, Milo. He's in chat.
Hang on, are you streaming it to me?
Hold on. I'm trying to adjust things first.
Fair enough. Obviously, I can't see the stream because if I open them both, I think it would be a bit weird.
I don't know if you saw, but I just got done with the route of Ningguang.
Ningguang, yeah, I caught the end of it. Just about. Okay, I can see that.
Okay, is everything alright on your end? Yes,
Yep,
it's time,
looks pretty
Milo. You can finally see your man. He's been bothering me all stream about it.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
I think you should use a certain someone.
Yeah, but then Milo will kill me.
Oh. Well, this is for like the fictional, the effect, you know.
Milo says he's only my man, and by the way, just a reminder.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long.
Oh, the entirety of this hangout is so good. Like doing only one ending, it's like a crime on its own. Like
it's for time reasons. I'm
just
sorry.
time reasons. That's what they all say.
Alaitham, who's that? Is that an OC? Okay, let's walk around Sumeru City then.
I haven't played it since release, so there are parts that I've forgotten, so I can't really give you pre-warnings.
That's alright. My stream has crashed 3 times already.
Oh no. What, because of Wi-Fi?
Yeah. There he is! Read his mind with Nahida during Hangout. Okay. Can I already?
If only I didn't fall for that scam last time.
What scam?
Just my luck. Why does this happen to me?
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you?
He's like really cunty with his poses.
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
Honestly,
For
yeah.
starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top?
You need to...
It's almost like the head of a fungus.
Okay, and?
I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
Roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building.
we were to change them, then what would be left of the design? Even if the soul of the building
It's also nice when the customer is like, I don't like the way you did this, and then it's something they wanted you to do.
Oh, I
Yeah.
understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but
Poor guy's
the
probably
truth
tearing his
remains
hair
that
out.
I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do? Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof, so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that
Girl,
of a
what?
tree trunk?
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the
I guess in
proportions will be
certain
completely
styles.
balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer?
It was all
Think of
Haytham.
it, though. I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I'll not be
recently.
working on this commission anymore. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Hey,
Walks
young
cuntily
man,
away.
Please wait.
He's going to get drunk.
We getting lit tonight. Have you seen that video? It's like, you was at the club. Bottoms up.
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Yeah. It's Kaveh right now.
We getting lit tonight. R.I.P. that pussy.
Yay!
Oh, me yesterday when I was drawing.
Yeah,
Just my luck.
he's still thinking
Why
that.
does this happen to me?
He is trying to form his first thought.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever.
Are you alright?
Hmm? Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
I followed you here. I saw you arguing with someone just now.
So you saw all that, did you? I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine. Same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
I have a glass of juice.
Wine and a glass of juice coming right up.
I want juice now. I wanted cake while I was doing Goros.
I know you've already
Yeah.
Now I want juice.
add this one to the list as
You're
well.
gonna have a 5-course meal by the time you're done with this.
Arguing with a client is not a good look. for
They're
me.
always
Word
eating.
gets out. Other potential clients might be afraid to work
Paimon
with me.
influence.
That guy, though. What was
I
he even
refuse to
going
believe
on
that
about?
people eat this
All those
much.
ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all.
Kaveh seems a lot more honest after he'd had some wine.
Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
He says that like it's happened before.
It probably happens a lot.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style.
That's the worst part of commission work. Someone who doesn't know what they are doing, thinking that they know better than you, who has studied
Perhaps
it.
getting used to this just means that I've grown
Bro did
numb
not
to
go
it.
through
I've
3-4
worked on so
years
many
of art
projects since
school for
graduation,
this.
and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I
Aw.
would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the
I
clients
also
were
love it
finally
when they like
satisfied,
don't
all
tell
my
you
passion and
information and they
enthusiasm
just
would be gone.
expect you
It
to
feels
read
like
their
I'm straying
mind.
further and further from my artistic vision with every change I
That
have
one's
to
the
make.
best.
I suppose, though, that just sticking to
Powered
your
by
guns and
delusions and
completely
nothing else.
disregarding other people's feedback
would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art?
No,
Should I
he's
see
getting
it as a divine gift of
philosophical.
inspiration from
There we
the
go.
gods, or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass?
It was an interesting thought.
Much better than that.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
Milo's asking you what would be Kaveh's go-to Nando's order.
Oh my god, okay, that's a very random question. That's a good question though, and one that requires a lot of thinking. I'll get back to you on that one.
Continue thinking about it.
No, I'm gonna have to pull up the menu now.
Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh. Something that embodies the creator's efforts and dedication.
Exactly. So our
You would
thoughts
know.
on the meaning of art are rather similar.
That's why we
In
are
Sumeru,
soulmates, Kaveh.
especially Sumeru in the past, the arts are not.
No, I'm not
popular
allowed to say that.
discussion
Milo
topic.
will be mad.
Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation. It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
I think he'd have a medium tolerance of spice, so he's giving lemon and herb, and I think he would have maybe a pitta of some sort, because I don't know, it's just refined and easy to eat, like he'd want to look elegant. But you need sides of that, right? So let me just pull up the sides. He'd have 2, because he's a hungry man. He would definitely he'd get the spicy rice. And the peas, the minty peas. Because I feel like, you know, he just has to be extra like that. And yeah, he'd obviously just get alcohol for his drink. That's his Nando's order too.
Thank you
No worries.
for your insight. I don't know what you just said, but
It's a great restaurant. You should go if you ever can.
okay.
I think I know which one to choose, but I'm not going to say.
I don't know. Like, I would probably stop cooperating with a client who just doesn't seem to know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he's in debt and he needed the money.
Would you like my thoughts on it, or do you want to just continue?
What are your thoughts?
I'd do the something else and clear your mind.
Honestly, yeah. Also, he's
Health
drunk
comes
now.
first. Yeah.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? Probably not.
Milo says, "I'm having fish fingers for dinner. Gonna name one of them Kaveh and eat him."
That's based.
Why did you decide to become an architect?
Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past.
Kaveh law.
My mother
Kaveh
was
law.
also an architect. I've
Oh, was
always
she? I
adored
didn't
her
know that
drawings.
one.
And when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch
Oh yeah,
her
this
bring
hangout
all
event
kinds
is
of
just
buildings to
Kaveh
life
law
on
being
paper.
thrown around, and you have
You
to
could say my
absorb it.
interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
Would she be able to understand how you're feeling right now?
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find
Milo!
motivation to return to her work.
What's he said?
Unfortunately, I've
Breaks,
barely had any
please.
contact with
He
her since
said
she remarried
he's
and
such a good
moved abroad.
architect. He's building a whole baby in my body right now.
No!
This is a family-friendly stream, Milo.
I did remember something else, though.
Not on my
Get the
Christian
moderators on
Minecraft
this.
server.
Carried
I don't
some
have any
small personal luggage
moderators.
with her.
I am the
Most of
mod.
belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even
I'd
told me that it
used.
would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences.
Otherwise, I
So my
wouldn't
life and
be
career could go a
dealing
little
with
more
people
smoothly.
begging me to top
I
them
hadn't
up
quite come to
on
grips with my
stream.
emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items.
Yeah, you can say
So
fuck,
I just
but
packed
don't
anything with
just be
memories away in a box
horny
and
on main,
haven't
please.
reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I'll
Hand
finally
holding is
develop
as far as
maturity
we're
I
going
need
to
to
go
face those
today.
memories without losing my mind. Yeah.
Premarital handholding, that
Should dig it
itself
out
is a
and
bit
take a look.
controversial.
Do you think I can come with you, Debbie Ryan?
Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. I should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend.
Aww.
Speaking of that, I can call you a friend now, right? Either way,
You don't
thanks
know
for
what I
reminding me
think
that
about
I can invite you to
Femine.
come along.
Shut
Back
up!
to myself, it would have looked like I'm really trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache. So I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now. And spend some
Honestly,
time trying to
that is an adult
rekindle the passion for
decision.
my craft.
It's a good
If you
decision.
want to stick around and see how
I
this
did
will turn
also
out,
take a break
you'll be
from
sure to encounter
personal
some new
art
bits
for a
and
while
pieces of my
because
past.
school was ruining art
Do
for
you
me.
think you'd find that too boring?
They done put Kaveh on a. I still can't say this. Hiatus?
Hiatus.
Hiatus, there we go.
Do I also need to coach you on how to pronounce Burgundy?
No, no. Hazel's not even here.
Not
Come off
yet.
it.
I don't think so.
All right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live.
I know where
Who
you
knew
live.
that the day would come when I too would
Doxing
have some
Kaveh in
friends
the
over.
room.
Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Al-Haytham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day.
Kaveh, am I your
there's no more
side
time for
hoe?
drinks. I'll go take care of it.
Imagine going on a date with Kaveh and he spends the entire time complaining about his roommate. I'd just leave. I'd say you've got some issues.
I would say good luck with your roommate. Milo, I'm
Go-
serious.
Go kiss him then.
Milo, I'm serious.
No, what's he said?
I want his boobs in my mouth.
No, not the time. Not the time.
You can do it privately in Kazuharu's club, but not on my stream, please.
I did actually read a Kaveh fanfic recently. It was like 10,000 words. It was basically
10,000?
Tanari, Sino, and Scaramouche trying to get them together, and they fail like 3 times, and the last time it works. But it was so stupid.
I might have read
And
that.
it's so
actually.
accurate. Have you read it?
Probably.
It's really good.
He said, "You are all haters." No, I just. This is public, Milo. Think about your digital footprint, please.
You want to get a job? Come on.
Go home with Kaveh. Oh god.
Oh, okay. Okay. Debbie, right.
Should I play the intro again?
No, I do not want to see that intro. I saw the end of it, and I just had to take a moment. Why would you put him in there?
I animated that myself.
I know, it was good animation, but I did not want to see those hands, okay?
It was so much fun, though.
Al-Haytham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box.
The box of what? I forgot.
Memories, I think.
Okay. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Somehow I
Just
always
didn't realize
manage
how
to
much time
do
had passed.
the saddest
The
route
box is
for the
pretty
first.
dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this.
Oh
place.
yeah, at least you get the Kaveh on this
And
route.
many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself
Hold
after
on.
my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
Sorry, my sister wanted something from me.
Fair enough. Look at that drawing.
Aww.
Little Kaveh drawing.
Is that a drawing?
Oh, I remember now.
He's so cute.
This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this.
It's very impressive, actually.
For a 5-year-old?
So, wait, hang on. We can work out Kaveh's age from this.
For a child of that age.
So,
more than 20.
5. So let's say he was 5, and it was 20 years ago. He's at least 25. Let's say 27 and call Haytham 25 because he's 2 years younger. That's their ages, everyone.
I like 28 more.
You like 28. We'll go with 28. And Haytham's 26.
Good. Round
That
numbers. Guys, should I name the shorter or longer fish finger Kaveh?
No.
I'd say the shorter one.
I genuinely do not know.
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
Dude! Aren't you like a graduate from architect school?
He fumbled. He fumbled his way to graduation.
Like me. Okay, but I'm not struggling with the art part. I'm struggling with math.
Kaveh is math smart, and that's very obvious to be an artist. Yeah.
Also, like physics, I guess.
Yeah, maths and Kaveh is maths and physics, and then Haytham's like linguistics and history. Oh.
You don't sound as confident as you used to be.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement.
Honestly, it really sucks
if
you can't take criticism at all.
I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases.
On that note, though, TikTok comments are not criticism.
I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks. It's been since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over.
Dude is a prodigy.
And this blueprint.
No, he's a gifted kid by now.
The aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically
He could
the
still
first
be
blueprint I made
a
myself,
5th grader.
I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?"
And what happened after that?
My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process.
Oh, good mother.
I still remember it like it was yesterday.
The exception in this game.
Is there anything else in the box? Huh. What was this again?
Is it your diary?
Ah, this is my mother's
Dear diary, today I met a gray-haired scholar, and I am in love with
him. I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
And have you guessed the password?
Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. Did she leave it to me on purpose?
You could open it and take a look.
If only I could. I never managed to guess the password.
I mean, how many options are there? Even after all those
It's not a
years.
matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. What could it be?
Is it a number lock? Because then it could be your birthday.
I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely
reminds me, is
related to my
there...
family. I've even tried
Are
stuff like
there
Blood and
numbers
Kaveh,
in
Take Care,
the
Yours
Teyvat
truly.
common tongue?
I've tried every cheesy phrase
Numbers,
and well-wish in the book.
Like,
This lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use
or do
something
they
like that,
use a
she'd
similar
never hear the end
concept
of
as
it
the
from folks
Romans?
over at Haravatat if they ever found out.
That's a really good question. I guess you'd have to look for a number and then deduce it from that.
Did bro try 11037? You don't get that one. It's Danganronpa.
No, I'm oh, okay. I was trying to imagine it saying boobies or something like 800.
No, it says Leon, because that was the solution for the numbers in the first ever case in Danganronpa, because there was the numbers on the wall in blood, and everyone was like, "What could it say?" But if you speak English, you could already see that it said Leon, and that was the culprit. Spoiler alert, by the way, for Danganronpa 1.
Great work. Alright, so with this choice, I think this one is a critical one. You can probably work out which route's going to be sad and which route's going to be happy, so... Yeah.
Let's put it aside.
Yeah?
I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment. Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice wasn't exactly suitable for the situation at hand. I just got an idea though. If I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the parts of town that had changed my life? What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia.
Oh god, are we gonna meet someone?
I genuinely don't know which route it's on. I'm not responsible for any damages that happen to your mental state, to your aggravation, you know.
Release of liability contract.
At least he's hot.
Oh. How do I get there again? House of Dana. Heading in. Is that Lesser Lord Kusanagi?
It's just another day in the academia. He runs around like this. You can just hear like the little pats of her feet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's here again.
Okay.
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most.
I like my men
When my
literate
studies
and
got busy,
blonde, says
I used to
Milo.
pull all-nighters here to finish my blueprints.
I prefer it when they are illiterate. You sound like you almost miss it.
Who doesn't miss their time at the academia?
I'm just getting all the
Life was a lot
hearts.
simpler then, and we all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality.
Why did you like to draw in the House of Dana?
If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like
Honestly,
the
it's pretty
ambiance
relaxing. I normally
The
don't like
Academia also had
libraries
a
that
rule
much,
allowed scholars to annotate
Yeah.
any physical
but
books
this
they came
one
across.
looks pretty nice
As a
because it's so
result,
big.
The books here are chock
Yeah,
full
no,
of
I'd say
scholars'
that.
wisdom across many generations.
Oh,
I'm walking.
this is so awkward.
Oh, here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago. Huh? Why is Alhaitham's handwriting also in here?
I don't have the
Did
Vine
he
Boom,
ever read
but Vine
this
Boom.
book?
Oh no.
I guess it's probably
He
someone who
recognizes
worked
his
on that research
handwriting.
project together.
That's
Anyway,
kinda-
he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhaitham and I first met. I came here to do my homework and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves.
That sounds like a fan fiction setup.
Scholars were chatting near him. It looked as if he was
Sorry.
too busy to join them.
I'm not like
There
other
was a
girls. I don't
pretty
want to
stark
talk to them.
difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Where is he? Ew.
Why are you here?
He works
The House
here.
of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
But
Actually.
shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years. I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces...
So why is his voice getting through his soundproof earpieces?
All right, I admit
That's what I want to know.
It's almost like he has a whole filter for it.
That's so odd and strange. I wonder
Milo's
why.
freaking out. He's like,
It's
he's
how
gotta
clever.
leave! Get him out of here! Want to continue the story?
Probably not when he's with us.
Are you
As his
embarrassed?
senior, I shouldn't try to tarnish his reputation.
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it. When I was still a student at the Academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is usually beneficial for all parties, but due to issues with our personalities, we ended up going our separate ways before completing the project. We had a number of differences.
read a
and they
fanfic
remain
about
unresolved
this
even
part.
today.
Did
But
you?
there's
Yeah.
no point going into that right now. The more important question
Good to
is,
know I was
why
spoiled.
are you at the House of Dana?
Oh.
Kaveh's feeling a little.
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the Academia's architecture?
I see.
Kaveh's not
Then
old,
let me
Milo.
guess. Your
We
next
just
stop will be
established
the
that he's
pavilions around
28.
Roseanne Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends. Oh, and Kaveh, a lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know
Exactly.
that?
How would he know that?
Tell me you finally had an epiphany and realized that there's great virtue in respecting your elders' work.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read.
was
Are
scared.
you reading
The
all
books
that?
you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service.
Honestly, that's
The notes that I
fucking
took,
rude.
They couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books. Okay,
The
just you wait.
Academia is
I'm
really
going
going
to fix this
downhill these
right
days.
now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait. Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down?
He cares.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was put through the ringer recently by a particularly difficult client.
Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself.
It doesn't seem far from the truth, though. I can't speak anymore.
Did suffer quite a bit.
I'm just chugging water, by the way.
He always spends time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Ksharawar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands. There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles.
So the problem is with Kaveh?
Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own.
I mean,
of course, each person
in the commission...
we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting mad.
Oh no. Go on.
So in a commission scenario, this is what we are also taught in art school, because it's not really art school, it's more design school. So they're preparing us for commission work later. And they are already starting to prepare us for the moment where a client will be unsatisfied and will want you to change something that is honestly the better and more technically correct version. But because they are your client, you have to listen to them. Otherwise, you're missing out on work, and at some point, it's going to come into the circles of these people who are commissioning you, that you are hard to work with because you don't do what they want you to do. So, technically, some people pleasing is required for commission work. And I don't think that what Kaveh was doing was unreasonable from someone who is going to work in the same industry, or like a similar industry. The other, like, the client was not very good at saying what they want.
And he had already had like 6 drafts, so at
yeah,
that
6,
point,
it's like
I'd leave
excessive drafts.
Like 2 or 3, okay, alright, but 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pushing it.
Also, the requests that the client was making were like... I guess some of it was probably doable, but then the whole, let's make it vertical, like a tree trunk. At that point, just build your own house.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then obviously you've got to get it through the engineers and stuff like that and make sure it can work, so it's just, a lot going on.
Milo says, alternative ending, throw the client out the window.
Yeah. I'm for that.
Will serve no purpose.
Okay, you can also not be just unreasonable and not listen to your client.
Yeah. It's like finding the balance.
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
He's always talking about you.
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier.
I probably would not.
Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
Me? Happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time,
honestly, architecture fucks.
About making sure these books are put where they belong.
It's so hard though.
Why don't you just move?
Yeah, you have to be like a smart artist, and normally you get one or the other. If you can't have a mathematical artist, it's like near impossible.
Wait, what?
Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey!
How would you know that?
You didn't need to bring that up. At least not when I'm still standing here. Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something?
A bridge? I don't know what that is.
Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
I don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself. Feel free to hoard all the spotlight you want.
You...
Why is he always so unnecessarily hostile? I don't get it.
Sketch is a little abstract.
I saw a theory about it, but I can't remember exactly.
Like at this point, it's not the tism.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge
He's
fan
just
of
an
this project.
asshole.
It's the project he loves.
It was something about if you're too nice to Kaveh, to push himself away or something like that. There's been a lot of evidence for that. It was a long TikTok essay, and I saw it months ago. But when I read it, I was like, hang on, that does make some sense, but I can't give you enough, like, detailed enough
I've
description.
been hearing similar things about, like, if you're nice to Kaveh, he will push you away. That is stupid.
It was more than that, but I think that was the general gist.
But also, like, I don't know, me and Kaveh are pretty similar as people, I think. I like to think that. And I don't think I would want to be around Al-Haytham all the time if he's being an asshole to me for no reason.
No, I understand that. Yeah,
as Milo says, it's excessive. Like, I can get it if he wants to be a bit rude, I guess, because it's Al-Haytham, but it's so excessive, he's just antagonizing him for no reason most of the time.
Yeah, it's, he's both of them are very complex characters, so you're always going to have different ways.
Milo says Kaveh was very happy at the praise. You can't even say that he can't take praise then.
Yeah. It's not so much praise, is it? It's a difficult one.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place? There shouldn't be any complaints about
some bragging is also nice. You like to feel appreciated.
The process was very smooth. Everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very
At
few
this point,
safety
Al-Haytham
concerns.
sometimes is just a bully for no reason.
No records of any complaints about this project. A most impressive achievement.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
Are you going to come too, Al-Haytham? Please don't.
No need. It's
Thank
already
you.
time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Lazy man.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know.
No, I can relate to that though. When I go home, I don't want to work anymore.
Yeah. Wow. I also feel that way, but sometimes society, the pressures of academics.
Speaking of, I'm thinking about all the work I have to do until Tuesday.
No, that'll get me thinking about mine. It's my day. It's my day's break. I say this like I didn't have yesterday off and the day before that off, but
I want ramen soup.
Stop! I'm really hungry.
I'm getting so hungry. I ate like half a bag of chips while I was on break.
We'll get through this. Staring at Kaveh should be enough for now.
He's enough of a snack.
He is, yeah.
Did you design one of the buildings here?
No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation.
Look at the music.
Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child.
He's so
It wasn't
pretty.
as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion.
I like the symmetry going on in that
Part of
shot.
that project. The arch bridge over there, for example. That was one of my designs.
Ooh, it's a pretty bridge.
I swear, when he designs these things, he looks at himself in the mirror and goes, right, I gotta embody myself here.
You can see that it's something he would design. Also, it's just... Bridges are like one of the most difficult things to design because they need to hold a lot of
triangle dial.
They
If
need
that makes sense.
They need to hold a lot of weight.
When
and
Yeah.
also be
tasked
kind
with
of
the project,
aesthetically
I
pleasing,
decided
I
to
guess.
reference the growth patterns of nearby trees to split Port Ormos into 2 levels. My goal was to improve
Like,
the
he's so
overall
smart.
utilization of space. We ran into a lot of issues during construction, but thankfully, we were still able to achieve the original vision. Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage point of the bridge, while visitors can recognize the site of Port Ormos from a long ways away. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come. The true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal clear in my mind. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final worth, whether it's good or bad, will be assessed by the countless generations of people that interact with the building during their lives.
When I think about that, I think of, I can't remember the name of him. You know, the Spanish architect that did a lot of buildings in Barcelona? He did the, hang on, let me look it up. Sagra Familia.
I don't know him by name.
Architect Antonio Gaudi. But his work is so unique and so beautiful, and he's obviously died for a while now, but his legacy is so prominent in Barcelona. It's just like, that's the power of architecture in some ways. Yeah, he died in 1926, but his work is like common even now.
Yeah.
100 years later.
Architecture is amazing, even if it annoyed me while I was in Budapest on study trip.
Yeah.
When I had to look up at a lot of architecture, at some point it was enough, but it's still gorgeous and needed and amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure the residents of Port Ormos really enjoy it.
You think so?
Oh, full hearts!
But even with this,
Yay! We're in there, boys.
My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazarzaray was not perfect.
But having no regrets would also mean you have no higher hopes for the future.
Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert?
Yeah, sure, quick trip. I wouldn't mind.
Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert. Partially because there's a special place there that I often visit.
Oh?
This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come along and see it for yourself? If you ever feel down, maybe you'll be able to go there and feel better too.
Aww.
He's so sweet.
I wouldn't cope in the desert though, Kaveh. I appreciate the sentiment, but
Ooh,
the desert, me and my laptop, we don't mix, okay?
It took me a while to open this ruin, I think.
That one, yeah, some of the ruins, oh my god. It was like wild goose chase. Going to another ruins, open this ruins, open another ruin. It's just...
We won't be able to sit and talk peacefully with these guys around. Let's clear the area.
Do I get to...
Yeah, he's about to serve cunt in this area. Oh my god.
It's bad. I don't have a hydro person on.
It's okay. Just aggravate it or spread it or whatever.
This is going horrible.
Sight clear.
I guess red damage is fine.
Feast your eyes. I'm certainly feasting my eyes.
I'm always feasting my eyes.
Scanning.
Scanning.
He's gone.
Isn't this place great? I often come here to clear my mind when I'm dealing with a difficult situation. You know what I mean. Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while. Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazarzaray. Although Al-Haytham thinks that it's because of my personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past, I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I followed in the path of my mother.
He's not that much
Like
of a
her,
poor little
made a
meow
name for
meow
myself as an
as
architect,
Al-Haytham thinks he
built
is.
something that's seen as my
Yeah, no,
ideal,
it's
but
just they are
in fact,
both
many
so
projects that others have
complex,
entrusted to me to finish.
And Al-Haytham
and the
has his...
mischaracterization across the fandom is insane. Both
Yeah.
aspects.
Al-Haytham just also has his ass, his head up his ass. You also haven't completely lost your passion for life.
Life is too boring when you live.
I think we
with
need
no
like an Al-Haytham
enthusiasm
story for
and
part
passion.
2, but not
Only
purely
those who
Al-Haytham
believe in the
centered. We
inherent
need like the
meaning of it can
to
capture
develop the
small
relationship
nuances
between the
of
two
everyday
and
life
really put it in
and
broad
turn them
daylight
into
so people can
inspiration
understand
for
it.
beautiful designs.
Yeah.
Of course, I will
Of course,
concede
Hoyo
that
would
loving
never.
something also means taking it to
Yeah,
heart.
no.
To an
Girls,
extent,
I want to see men.
caring is also a
But
source
no,
of pain.
that's not the case.
If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still,
Yeah.
isn't this place
He's so
beautiful?
mature. I love him
Despite
so
the
much.
erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can
He's
still
so
perceive its past beauty and
knowledgeable.
glory. With different
Well, it's looking
landforms
so
come different
beautiful. Like,
architectural
come on,
styles.
Greedy, you can't have it
Its
both.
history has left it with
You have
few
to be a
records
dumb
regarding
blonde.
its
This
buildings.
isn't right.
So I often visit the desert to investigate
That
things in
tumbleweed
person.
is Milo.
The sight here has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. I told myself that one day I would also be able to create buildings that move others. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I reach the end of my life. But buildings are different. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh.
I've been getting more
As long as
into
there remain
architecture
souls in the
recently.
world who can decipher the
Oh?
meaning behind
Yeah, I've
them,
been watching
they also have
a
acknowledged
new
me across
channel
the vast stream
on
of time.
YouTube
If you were to
talking
ask me
about
what art is,
specific cases of
that
architecture and
would be
how
my
they
answer.
work and why, and like the psychology behind it. And
I'll definitely check out the Spanish one then.
yeah. Anyway, that's more like the Kaveh I know.
Think so?
Ah,
But I
Funky
feel I've
Bear.
always been like this. Remember that question I
While the
brought up before?
tumbleweed is gone.
The one about whether I should see art as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or as a product of my own existential struggle. I still haven't found an answer to that yet. But if art wasn't inherently paradoxical and enigmatic, then people probably wouldn't be drawn to it. Those who pursue art will be unable to avoid the pain that it naturally brings. Will often be floating on cloud 9 one second and sinking in a mire
That's
the
just the
next.
life of an
I'll try
artist.
gathering my thoughts again once I've found a way to define art in the first place. In any case, thank you so much for listening to everything I had to say.
You're welcome. Sweet man.
Ah,
I'm saving that. Okay.
I'm trying to remember the other ending. That's not the best ending, but it's a really sweet one.
At least it's not
Look.
sad, because the first
No.
ending
It was
the first ending I got
Food
for
for
Goro
thought.
was the one where he mourns his fucking comrades.
oh.
This one.
Oh yeah, if you do Farazan's, she has some awful endings. Like I was like, go, you need to be a serving cunt. You can't be like this. Her and Kaveh are truly like grandmother and son. They're just like each other for real.
Serving cunt every day.
Yeah.
Okay, I am done with the stream for today.
You are. That's fair.
It
You've
has
done
been
very
4
well.
hours, I think. And I only did 3. we will be back doing this next year.
You didn't even do Kaya's!
I didn't. I was so confident about this too.
No, I should have pre-warned you because the Hangout events, they are underestimated.
Yeah.
They take forever. They're arguably longer than story quests.
Goros took me like 2 hours and I didn't even do all endings. And then I gave up and then I said, okay, let's just do one route for each. And then it still took me like an hour to do Ningguang.
I guess the first one's always the longest because then you can sort of like go back to a certain point in it and reach the next one. But yeah, no, it is bad.
Anyway, Kaveh's was the best, I think, that I did
Yeah.
today.
It gets better, so if you do ever have time, even if it's not on stream, definitely go give those other endings a try.
Yeah, I'm going to do all of the endings for these people. I guess I'm gonna keep the others on bench for a while longer.
Yeah.
Maybe I will come back, I don't know. But I also like to just skip through dialogue at one point.
Yeah, you can't be doing that on Kaveh's though.
No, not on Kaveh's.
Not on Kaveh's.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm tired and I want to make ramen soup.
Yep.
I'm gonna end the stream.
Have some food as well.
Thank you for everyone who joined me today. Thank you, Milo, for being so enthusiastic about Kaveh. Next time, I'm going to time you out if you're horny in chat.
Yep.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I didn't post TikTok this year because I didn't know what to do.
Oh my god,
I might still do one. It's not midnight yet. Yeah. See you on
Friday?
Friday? Yeah,
Is it
I think
Friday?
Friday
Yeah.
where we do Sino and Tiggy's story
That's gonna
quest.
take you forever as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Rhino's is quite short, but Sino's I remember dragging on, so.
Oh. Yeah, well then. I've already apologized to my sister then.
At least you already know. At least it's a pre-warning, so you got 2 days to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining and
thank you.
Have happy Valentine's Day. Bye bye.
Yeah, happy Valentine's. Bye.